that you can always count on. It's 7 minutes gone past the hour of 9, and it's time for us to talk politics and current affairs. This is Eagle's Outlook. My name is Omoife Peace.
Into the second year anniversary. I mean, a critical assessment by the administration that has been much talked about. I mean, locally and internationally. So much so that we wanted to have a press briefing, an international conference or press briefing to talk about our achievements outside, somewhere in London. But there has been a backlog of backlash from Nigerians. And if you recall, we had that conversation on here too as well. Yeah? Well, Amo, 2 years personally. Now, this is me asking you a personal question.
Okay.
2 years into the administration for you. What does it feel like?
Well, it's very important for us to, hinge our submissions on what is obtainable at the moment, looking at different sectors, right? The security sector I'd like to start with. Even though we're made to understand, looking at reports coming in from the security sector, it actually points to the fact that there is some sort of improvement. However, on the streets, that is not what we're seeing, and that's not what we're hearing. When you take a look at the spate of, killings and kidnappings in recent times, it says a lot. It could actually override or even water down whatever achievement, this administration may have recorded in the past year. We're looking at this year, 2025. We are almost halfway, into the year, and a lot has happened, security-wise. Is it the scores of, lives lost to these non-state actors? Is it the scores of lives lost as a result of, explosions on the roads, which trickles down to the bad road infrastructure that we have? How about people who have also lost their lives because they couldn't get access to proper medical care?
Right.
I'm already delving into the health sector now.
Right.
The mass exodus of health workers leaving those of Nigeria instead of greener pastures elsewhere. The education sector, where recently the joint admissions and matriculation in a not so good manner,
right,
with the technical,
glitches
errors
and human errors.
How about the economy?
Right.
Oh, the inflation rate? Oh, there's been a decline. Quite all right. But is it anything to go by looking at what the street... we've had conversations with economists over time, whether or not the NBS is issuing data on a monthly basis that there's been a decline in inflation rate, just like the federal government had projected and still very optimistic about, that they're going to reduce the inflation rate in the country very drastically.
So 15%.
So what is really going on from the NBS? Where is it cost of living? Is it the housing sector? So the issues are many, to mention a few.
Right.
You also look at, I think I'll just hand the baton.
Right. It might even be worse. But then we must also understand that there has been some levels of stability when it comes to increments of the MPR. Right, and they leave it at 27 point something.
No, but excuse me, they've decided to halt the increase. You remember that whenever we have conversations with economists looking at the interest rate, the MPR and all of that, they'll say no, they need to reduce. But the CBN before now will tell you that, oh no, we need to hike the MPR further, all right, so that they can actually, attract more foreign
FDIs.
Direct investments and what have you. But I'm just wondering the rationale behind the reduction this time around. And the LCCI, the NASIMA, they are saying that it is not, you really need to review that downward because in the long run, How many foreign direct investments have we been able to record ever since, we've been hiking the NPR, just for example? And then the woes of the Naira continues. Some weeks we see, significant improvement. Other times we just see that all of that, progress gets eroded by just one mistake on the part of the CBN perhaps, and even the players within the currency market.
Right.
So I really cannot say, but a proper summary for me would be that we're just beating around circles.
In fact, to put it rightly, it might just be a policy administration and implementation being very minimal or non-existent, so to speak. But then the president has come out saying that, he's going to be holding a review for the ministers, and let's see how far, that pans out. I mean, country is really large. We do have a diverse population, and we face numerous challenges. Omar, the thing is, these challenges, they impact our development, whether positively or negatively.
Right.
And even as citizens, even our well-being. And we've seen that. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is approaching its second anniversary, and Nigerians are assessing the performance of his cabinet. I mean, the country is struggling with economic instability, insecurity, infrastructure, deficit, inadequate healthcare, education. Almost, you've said it all. To understand all of this.
I didn't talk about the power sector,
Oh, the power sector. Okay. In fact,
a major driver of the nation's economy. How many SMEs have gone under because of the epileptic power supply? Is it the tariffs choking the poor?
Right.
Is it the agricultural sector where people can no longer go to farms? And even when they go to farms and they harvest, some of this foodstuff, they get hoarded by whoever goes there to just, ramp up everything.
What about those who lose their lives?
Is it the absence of price control?
Oh, that part.
It's a lot, really.
I mean, there's a lot.
I think we just try, to run the show in such a way that our emotions will not get the better part of us.
Honestly, I get that though. But then again, you might also want to consider, quite of this. And let's look at the economic instability though. Imagine that you're having a steady job, but the prices of goods and services, they keep increasing. Right? And this makes it quite difficult for people to afford basic necessities. That's on the part of the economy. Right? But if you look at the insecurity as a challenge now, many Nigerians are living in fear of banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism, which disrupts their daily lives and access to essential services. There are other parts to look at.
You want to talk about the infrastructure deficit?
Right.
Poor road conditions. That gave us a warm welcome this year. But not a warm welcome, a very bad one at that.
But Umahi has said that all the southeastern governors are really have endorsed the president for 2027. Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works.
They did that for their political gains and, selfish, interests.
But the question also, Amoy, would be, who are the Eastern governors who are endorsing Mr. President for 2027? Is Umahi speaking for himself or speaking for all of them? I don't think we should make a stop
over that. We also have been made 22 governors have already endorsed the president and the All Progressives Congress. They're saying that he's going to be the front runner.
Yeah.
All right. But that is not even the bone of contention right now.
Performance.
For the governors endorsing, I don't have a problem with you endorsing whoever.
Right.
You probably are very, very convinced that this person is competent and this person will be able to deliver. But looking at what we have before us, the cards are on the table. Do you understand? This administration is about to clock 2 years. How best would you describe the state of Nigerian roads as we speak?
With the Dave Umahi.
Still looking at the infrastructure deficit, the electricity generation capacity that we have at the moment. Despite promises that have been made, optimism expressed, we're going to surpass this, capacity, this generation capacity in a few years. And where are we at the moment? All of these, factors from the poor road deficit or conditions to inadequate electricity generation. It has hindered economic growth so much so. You see, the SMEs, they say, are the key drivers of every, economy.
That's right.
So if you have the akara seller, the woman selling akara on the street, who is paying through her nose to get charcoal, for example, or to get firewood to fry the akara, the moment she can no longer, keep up with the expenses, she would have to just, close the business. Yes, well, maybe, and probably resort to something else, which could be farming anyway. And how safe are the farms?
No, it could be nothing.
The barber on the street, the roadside barber on the street, who's probably a graduate too, who does not have a white-collar job, but has decided to do something for his or herself. And then the power supply, can we really boast of 24 hours? Okay, I know there are areas where people experience 24 hours, uninterrupted power supply, but those are highbrow areas. How much is the roadside barber spending on fuel to power his generator to, attend to customers? And how many customers are willing to pay the amount of money that the barber actually want them to pay, because he is actually buying or paying to get fuel, to service and to maintain his generator and other gadgets in his salon? I know some people say, oh, I'm yet to even have 3 square meals. You're talking about going to have a clean cut?
Some people are doing help me, I help you now.
You were here, UD.
Yeah.
It should be early this year or very late last year, where we saw a headline that people can no longer afford toothpaste. They have now resorted to using a chewing stick.
Chewing stick, yeah.
It might sound funny, but it is just the reality that people are faced with. Now, let me use myself as an example.
Yeah.
There's a particular product that is a supplement, as a matter of fact. I don't want to mention the name now, but sometime in 2023, I bought that supplement for 4,200 naira.
Okay.
The last time I bought it was actually last month. Not last month, early this month. Guess how much I bought it?
How much?
10,500.
I was going to say 8,000.
I got it for 10,500.
The same supplement.
The same supplement. So you can imagine. Now, this is just for a supplement. How about rice? How much was the model of rice last year? 2023. And how much is it this year? Got beans last year. And how much is it, sold for right now? How much was a tuber of yam last year or early this year? And you need to understand that you could actually get this for 500 naira now. The chances that you're still going to meet this at 500 naira next month, the chances are very slim.
Well, what can we say? Well, we just want to hear from you, though. I mean, 2 years into the administration, what will be your assessment of this administration in every aspect of, the country? Looking at the economy, looking at the power sector, looking at the health sector, the security, I mean, you name it, right? And how has it really affected you so far? And do you see light at the end of this tunnel, especially when in a time in Nigeria when politicians are seemingly more interested, not in you, not in me, but interested in decamping, defecting, jumping bus, jumping, political platform, cross-carpeting, you name it. I mean, give it the name that you want to give to it, right? Whether you want to say they are porting, whatever it is. But that is the reality that we face. And it goes on to tell us that, look, doesn't it seem like there is a disjoint between the set of political class that we have today and the people? Because the idea is that the political class is supposed to be representatives of the people, right? To reflect the aspirations, the yearnings, the sufferings, the concerns of the people. But if that class seems to be alienated from the reality, what future do we have?
Okay, I mean, we saw a headline earlier talking about post-subsidy removal, 2 years after.
Yes.
Looking at the revenues, generated or monies generated from the removal of fuel subsidy.
Oh, yeah.
And also that at some point in time, monies were actually disbursed, across states to cushion the impact
Exactly.
of, the removal of subsidy. Why are people still lamenting? Why is the level of hardship and hunger and poverty increasing on a daily basis? The pains that we are faced with, did we inflict these pains on ourselves, consciously or not? There seems to be a gap somewhere. Now, this is the breakdown on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, where 7 trillion are estimated, saved in 2 years on subsidy removal, right? And price per liter from 175 naira in 2023 to 2024 at 1,030 naira.
Right.
In 2025 at 900 naira. Anyways, it's not all filling stations or fuel stations that are selling,
No, it's
a
not.
liter
Exactly.
for 900 naira. May 2023 at 22.41%, May 2024 at 33.95%, April 2025 at 23.71%. So indeed, the inflation rate has actually seen a decline, but it is far from the reality on the streets.
Right.
Let me quote Adefolarin Olamilekan, who happens to be an economist, right, and like a regular, analyst on the breakfast show right here. He said something that the yardstick in which the NBS, adopts, when it comes to arriving at the figures that they dish out every month, it should be questioned. The latest report we saw some weeks ago, I'm sure you saw the breakdown that the cost of living in Abuja and 10 other states saw a drastic spike. Oh, I know it's the nation's capital, and the cost of living is bound to be very, very expensive or high here. But how about other states on the list? So really, it's a lot. How about the exchange rate? May 2022, this was 460 naira per dollar. In 2024, no, that was May 2023, not 22.
2023.
May 2024, we're looking at 1,596 naira per dollar.
Now that's not progress. That is not.
The only stand in life is change. But is this a kind of change that we are yearning or clamoring for?
Right.
Well, at this point in time, Nigeria is a performance of some of the ministers that actually make up the PBAT cabinet.
Right.
And I no pun intended, but it appears the most talked about minister would be the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu. Some are saying he's performed woefully. But maybe your thoughts are different. So at this juncture, we'd like to throw the studio lines open for you to call in, share your 2 cents with us, even as we critically assess President Bola Tinubu's cabinet in a build-up to his second year anniversary as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Call us on 090-7353-0044 or 090-8766-8888. You can send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090-9705-44 and 50. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Gandan. How are you?
Very well, thank you, BB.
I greet everybody. I greet our caller. I greet the man of market food today, especially on a good morning for Monday morning.
Thank you. Good morning to you,
BB.
My name is Bibi Bessie from Otako.
Right.
This life where we go now, hustle is what you hustle for. You will eat. You will bring food for your table now. More would they put much for president? What he don't do. True. When we go see now, what the president don't do, we shall may give mark. I think the issue of light for our area here is good. It's performing well for my area.
Okay.
But for water, they don't get. It's over many months at the talker. But for light now, president is doing well for our side now.
Okay.
Now, issue of hunger. Now they get food. You know, say when you get money, you know, say whether all got day. People whether they drop enter APC today, they know say for APC now, my food today. Where you no go see the food you eat. But immediately you drop enter APC, food today for you, food today for table. Now we are tackle 2027. Can you see this so-called politician have the desperate? Because 2027, they know say they don't take over. But if not there be the God, may we come out vote. If our vote can cast, all God will go. But if our vote cannot cast, all God will still remain. Now, even though the award, whether they award for people, the money whether they share, my brother, my sister, if you not get person where is there for the community or where is there for the position, nothing will reach you. Now, who know me, I know you, they say they is for Nigeria now. Money where they share, now the senator had that they put the money. Now the people where they there for the chair, now that they share the money. Not the people like me and you, not the poor man. The poor people know they see this money. Any person when say the poor people money where government they share for people, they don't receive it. Make the poor people come and say they don't receive it. I'm telling you the truth. If your brother not the president, not the senator, nothing go reach you. We are just sitting around the bush. But I was yesterday, which was on after church. I look what yes wicked they do, the project where they do. I pitch myself. I say the people where they were. The award where awarded the contract where they are contract for them to do this road where yes wicked they do now. Not be the same money where they do these people they do wicked where say they do people load so EFCC is not supposed to take these people make them get their arrested. Where is the money now? Not be back they put this money. EFCC not go there after these people. What are we saying? Until we start for the truth and the truth will set us free for Nigeria. Me be blessing. Find what you go put for your table. Leave the rest for God. If you put hope for president, he do his job, he doing well. Because 2037, he don't know say that he go there. But if God give her the power, may he go ahead. Where the APC is there, now show. Where you thief, you run the APC, you see, I'll be forgiven. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I mean,
okay.
I think she may have thrown her weight behind the minister of the FCT for performing, very well. That is somewhat. That is really not like news to a number of people, because over time they've always applauded him, his doggedness and ensuring that projects are well completed, right? But that's just the FCT minister. How about other ministers? What is your assessment of the Minister of Power, the Minister of Finance and coordinating economy?
Especially in security, when it comes to security too. What do you think about whoever is in charge there? Because I mean it's unbecoming almost. I mean, just as Honorable Edwards mentioned earlier, he said, look, what exactly is it? When insecurity comes to a point where the indigents or those who are indigent within a certain geographical space or a state are beginning to question even the supernatural, saying, what have we done wrong to the supernatural? It's worrisome. It's really worrisome. And then there's another thing that I picked from what BB Blessing had said, and that would be the place of selective governance. It does seem as though the administration is riddled with selective governance. At some point, she had said, when it comes to power, they're doing good there. When it comes to water, that she's been singing it, she's been talking about it, she's been, he has performed poorly and all of that. Yeah? But there are also parts of Abuja, or people living in some parts of Abuja, who would also say that when it comes to water and power, the president does not even, does not deserve a thumbs up. And other regions will still say, okay, the president is doing well with water, but power is a no-no. Housing is a no-no.
I think we should focus our criticisms, on the ministers, not the president himself.
Not the president himself, of course.
Even though he appointed them, but we should tackle the ministers.
As much as you are right with that, Omar, we should also tackle the president because he appointed them as well. Hello.
Hello, Yudi.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Yudi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this Felix? Very well, thank you.
Yeah. My name is Soso.
Soso.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from, Soso?
Local. Yudi.
Yes, please.
I'm practically not happy, right?
Right.
Not like I've been happy over the situation, but it look as if somebody needs to do the ordinary things for people to answer them, or maybe to pay attention to what is their plight.
Okay.
I keep asking myself, the life of the cow is becoming more important than human. I want to find out what is happening. Like, do they want the whole Benue indigenes to leave the land for cows to graze, right? And move to where? So the whole northern or whatever areas is not enough land to graze. Or even if you want to even settle in Benue, you cannot actually see a particular land to graze. You want to move people away to graze. You see, the government is keeping a deaf ears, right? Maybe because they are living in Nassau Rock, they are moving with security and all this thing. But then the security men who are guiding them have their loved ones somewhere, and they are also affected, right? At that point, when we will now be hunting for them.
Right.
We cannot be acting all its way when our loved ones cannot sleep. Do you know what it means for you to go to bed? You are not, let's say in the daytime, go to bed and someone's come to knock at your door. If you want to fight you, let him come when you can see the person, right?
Yeah.
Children, women, like, what is their offense? They are not armed, they are not anything. And every day it keep happening, and everybody keep complaining, and the next day it's happening again, and everybody is, they must, okay, we give him to God, we pray. I hate it when someone say we should pray over situations that require actions.
Yeah.
The Benue is bleeding. It has been happening in Jos, it has been happening in Kaduna. Look at it, it's a norm, it's becoming a norm.
Right.
See, we carry arms, that is when the government will wake up. And we will start with them. We will start with them and their children.
So that you don't get your emotions, taken over. But we get that. Appreciate that one, Dill, from you. The truth is, Amo, let's just go on a recess. We'll be right back in a short bit.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Logistics. Oh yeah, now logistics. 1, 2, 3. You want order food? Oh yeah, straight to your doorstep. We dey come. One pick up something. Oh yeah, or drop off something. We dey come. Be you need help for shopping. Oh yeah, direct from your favorite. We dey come. You want order your cooking gas. Oh yeah, direct to your doorstep. We dey come. We dey run massive discount. Oh yeah, just place your order now. We dey come. We dey run free delivery when you order. Oh yeah now.
Hurry now and download Oya Now app on the Google Play Store or Apple Store. You can also visit us at www.oyanow.ng or call us on 080-8410-1000 or 081-2355-4000. We are available in Lagos and Abuja. Oya Now with the come.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Meet the Infinix Note 50 series, defined by pioneers who push boundaries. Its ultra-resilient armor alloy metal frame design gives you that slick, top-notch style. Unlock efficiency with intelligence of the one-tap Infinix AI and circle to search anything on your phone with Google. Need power in a flash? 90 watts fast charge rockets you from 0 to 100%. At authorized stores, get your Note 50 now. The Infinix Note 50 series, Pro Design, Pro AI.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Things they happen for our community, eh?
Now I can recoup back all the money I have spent on this annoying family.
Hey, yeah. That woman own don't finish.
My dear, let's go and greet them, okay?
Hey! Join Media Coalition and Awareness to hold trafficking, MICAT, on I Wish I Knew radio drama and program every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Join us to kick human trafficking out of our society. I Wish I Knew radio drama and program is brought to you by MICAT and funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark.
Your number one radio experience you can count on. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Welcome back. This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja's Eagles Outlook. And yeah, look at current affairs. We're looking at Mr. President's second year anniversary and what stands ahead of us. I mean, after May 29, is there anything to celebrate? Is there anything to count? Oh, did I just say celebration? My bad. Is there anything to count to saying that, okay, this is what Mr. President's administration has been able to achieve, and we are looking forward to consolidations and all of that? Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Ibrahim Modibo.
Well, my name is Dr. Ibrahim Modibo. I'm calling from the Central District area of Abuja.
Very
well. Good to have you,
Go
Dr.
ahead.
Ibrahim.
Yes, let me appreciate Eagles FM for this wonderful political analysis. You know, they've been brightening days in spite of the deepening depression in Nigeria.
Right.
Now, looking at the 2-year anniversary, let me take, or maybe place a caveat that I have campaigned for Mr. President and also a member of the APC.
Okay.
But 2 years after, what is the result or what consequential achievements have we been able to put across to Nigerians in the first 2 years of the Tinubu administration? If you ask me, I will tell you. Have we been able to, let me ask these fundamental questions. Have we been able to meet the yearnings and aspirations of economic prosperity? Have food abundance in place on the tables of the people? 1. 2, have we improved the economy in terms of the cash in the pockets of Nigerians who are today maybe appreciating the demands and dynamics of operational democracy? 3, has the security situation in the country improved to make Nigerians go back to farms and also enjoy the dividends of democracy in a peaceful and tranquil atmosphere under the government? 4, have we been able to improve the lighting system, especially electricity, with the attendant monetary attachments to what we pay as Nigeria as compared to 1999 when democracy started? 4, have we been able to look at the issue of the devaluation of the Naira? Has Naira appreciated, or has petroleum price come down to maybe 100 Naira per liter or maybe 50 Naira? Well, these are some of the few things that Nigeria should look after and then analyze. If we have been able to achieve, Nigerians should say so. But if we don't, I think we have not been able to meet the yearning aspiration of Nigerians. And truly, in 2 years, I cannot, in all honesty, maybe about 25 or 30% in terms of governance and what have you. Because truly, Nigerians are not happy. and Nigerians are angry, and Nigerians are hungry. And with all these endorsements, which I consider as dubious engagements by a section of the political class, who are not more than 500,000 people in Nigeria.
Right.
Nigerians have the last say. They have their voters' card and they will be ready to vote in 2027. And therefore, what do we expect? Instead of this endorsement, we should tell the president the truth.
Right.
Have we been able to match? Have we been able to meet the minimum standard of achievements that Nigerians will be happy with? If you ask me, I will tell you we're not. But Nigerians, as I said, let me leave this as it is. Nigerians should answer this question. Thank you, and God bless you all.
All right.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ibrahim Modibo. I mean, he has actually spoken comprehensive wisdom.
Yeah.
And it says a lot, really, very mind-blowing questions. But how do we get answers to these questions?
Right.
Let's take this call. Hello. Good morning.
Right.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is KGB, calling from Kado.
All right. Please go ahead.
Yes. You dear and the girl, the lady with you.
Omoefe.
Thank you. Come again?
Omoefe.
Omoefe. Yes, that's the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pray and wish that you people should continue in telling, just analyzing and telling the truth, saying it the way it is.
Right.
Because in Nigeria today, we don't say it the way it is. Nigerians don't say it the way it is.
Right.
And what I'm trying to tell you is that we are all, not all of us, I can tell you, some of us are deceiving ourselves,
Right.
thinking that they are playing God, not knowing that they are acting out of ignorance. Let me just put it that way. You see, in the aspect of how the administration have been faring for the past 2 years now they are in, somebody like me will tell you that the faring have been so nothing that I can give them minus 1 mark. Because at the end, somebody can call and tell me anything that is improving or that is working.
Yeah.
In Nigeria. When you are even talking of Abuja, they are doing this in Abuja, in Abuja. So of course can give you tell us and buttress it. This they are doing this in Abuja, doing this, they are doing this in Abuja, which is the only thing, which is even minor. Because you are talking of one minister,
all right,
which is even minor to me.
Time will not allow because now, but we just want to appreciate you. We'll try and have this conversation, by 10. All right, it's just going to be a straight up conversation, so you can also, bring your thoughts in at 10 o'clock if that's okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. No problem. Let's suspend it, but I will come up.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Right. So at 10 o'clock is going to be 2 years on. Are you impressed? Are you depressed? I don't know. Well, we'll know how that goes. But yeah, let's just say a big thank you to you so far. The phone line's still buzzing. This is a serious conversation, especially as we are, gearing towards a May 29, right? So it's important we have that conversation again at 10 o'clock. If possible, even tomorrow, we'll still continue this conversation, right? Well, my name is Udwak Daniel, and I've got...
Omoefe Peace or Semere.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Africa.